is what I'm wearing for the day. I love my mirror. Got these pregnancy shorts. So they have like the little flap that goes here. Because I couldn't wear my booty shorts anymore. I grew out of those. Y'all are having a nice, good FaceTime with me.
Like she ever could.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, that's right. My dad's playing music in the shed. You know what I hate is how my legs look. Like, I'm so pasty. And have you ever, like, I don't know, all you gals, I need advice on this. So when I shave, I get really bad razor bumps on my legs. So I use shaving cream, but I still have razor burn. And, like, I haven't tried Nair yet. So I don't know if that would be more better on my skin. I think I just have, like, really sensitive skin. I gotta go to Mexico for a tan. Yeah, no kidding. So,
Hey y'all, welcome to Night Combos.
Welcome back. Hubby's here.
Hey hubby.
Hey, Lovey.
Hey y'all. We want to say thank you so much to all of our subscribers and all of our new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. We truly appreciate all of you so very much. We were just talking to someone on TikTok just a few minutes ago before we started doing this video that let us know they were subscribed to us on YouTube and stuff, and we greatly appreciate y'all so much. And welcome to all of our new subscribers. We appreciate all of you. And y'all are so truly amazing. Y'all really are. Like, we are so close to reaching our goal of 3,500 subscribers by the end of the month.
Right.
And we're not even close to the end of the month. Like, how much was it?
31.
Oh, yeah. So we're 31 subscribers away from reaching our goal of 3,500 subscribers by the end of the month. So thank you so much to all of you. And we hope y'all truly continue to enjoy all of our content and our posts, whether they're about Gypsy or not. And truly, but anyway, if you're not already, please make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos. Make sure to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and we'll be conversating with y'all like always, and we would greatly appreciate it so very much. So I know y'all seen that we have wedding bells up on the screen just now, so we're fixing to get into that. We're going to go over an article that Gypsy did, so let's hop into that real quick. Y'all are going to understand where the wedding bells thing comes from and Ken, Gypsy, and marriage. Okay, so stick with us because we have some stuff to say about this article. And then we're also going to be posting a video later about her leaving the baby again, y'all. I mean, you know, she's already left her for the alleged baby or whatever, you know, for her date night with Ken, and then for the concert, which she's, you know, planning to leave the baby again, y'all, again. But anyway, we'll get into that in a separate video. And I know we've promised y'all we've got other videos coming up, and we're working on getting them posted, and we have a bigger creator that's working with us, that's helping us with what type of editing tools, like better editing tools to use, and what laptops to get and look at and stuff. So yeah, our videos should be better soon, where when we post stuff like this, it won't be vertical, it'll be horizontal, where it'll be like a bigger, wider screen, so that those of you who have a hard time seeing stuff like this, y'all will be able to see it better. But this saying, Gypsy Rose Blanchard's baby, what she said about becoming a mom, is not all of what she talks about in this article. But it starts out saying Gypsy Rose Blanchard welcomed her first child with boyfriend Ken Urker in December 2024, which we know is alleged anyway. But that's what they say. Gypsy Rose Blanchard became a mom exactly 1 year after being released from prison. She served 8 years for her role in the murder of her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard. In May 2024, Blanchard and her ex-fiance, now boyfriend, what is that? That kind of sounds like, that just sounds bad. I'm just going to say it. It sounds bad. Like, what do y'all think? Like, her ex-fiance turned boyfriend, the person she had an affair with and got knocked up by because he was too dingy to wear a condom. Ken Urker found out they were expecting their first child together a month after they reunited. Blanchard was previously married to Ryan Scott Anderson, whom she filed for divorce from in April 2024. A week after the two found out they were expecting, Urker moved to Louisiana to be closer to Blanchard. So if she wouldn't have got knocked up from him visiting her, he wouldn't have never moved to Louisiana to be with her, I don't think.
No.
I really truly believe, y'all tell us what y'all think. I really truly believe he was looking for, a little weekend of fun or a week of fun and, getting him a little some and moving on along back to Texas. But he got stuck because he was dingy and didn't wear a condom. But yet went on Sir Morbid X's live and said that they planned to have a baby. Well, that's funny because Gypsy said on Good Morning America when she was announcing her pregnancy that this was completely unexpected. We were not planning this at all. But then Ken said something completely different on Sir Morbid X's live that he was on and said that they planned this baby. So anyway, y'all let us know what y'all think. But he moved he moved to Louisiana to be closer to Blanchard, who lives in her father, Rod Blanchard, and stepmother, Christy Blanchard's home. I'm not going to say that I think that a baby will help a marriage or a relationship because obviously there's the added stress. I know that realistically there's going to be arguments too, Blanchard told People in July 2024 after announcing her pregnancy.
A relationship and marriage is way more than just arguments.
Yeah, that's very true. Because, like, when you get married, you take vows. Excuse my voice, y'all. It's so cold. The weather is so cold here and stuff. But anyway, we've been dealing with sinuses and a cold and everything. But anyway, y'all, you take vows when you get married. Even when you're in a relationship with someone that you are having a child with and you're not married to yet, that's a serious relationship. But when you get married, you take vows, and it's in sickness and in health, for richer and for poorer. And those aren't just words that you say. I guess for some people they are, but I know, like, for hubby and I, they were not. Like, we showed y'all some of our pictures from when we were dating to when we were engaged to when, from our wedding, some pictures from our wedding. And one of the pictures was us praying together, before the ceremony. That was actually before the ceremony. That picture was, and I was on one side of the door and he was on the other side of the door so he couldn't see me. But, but that was our choice to do. Not everybody does that. But I'm just saying, like, for example, a lot of y'all know that I broke my ankle and my foot, and a few months ago or a couple months ago. And hubby has been having to do a lot more around the house than he normally would and having to do a lot more to help me because I can't do it. That's what you do. That's what it's about, And if, God forbid we lost everything, he wouldn't just up and leave me. You know what I mean? Like, he would do everything he had to do, get a second, third, fourth, fifth job, whatever he had to do, to help us, like if we lost everything, or if I became poor, not I, but if we became poor, because we are one, but when we took those vows, we took them seriously. And so it's way more than just having arguments. I mean, which we don't have arguments. We have disagreements. We disagree a lot, but we work through them. And that's what it's about. Like, and so much more. I could go on and on, which I'm not going to, but it's so much more than that, Gypsy. Yes, a baby can be an added stress to a relationship and a marriage, but normally people plan for stuff like that in a relationship and in a marriage, so they know that added quote stress is coming. I wouldn't say a child is stressed, though. I wouldn't have worded it that way.
No, I wouldn't have either.
Like the added addition to the family, is going to change things, yeah, but I wouldn't say it's stress. I mean, yes, it's stressful taking care of a newborn and stuff like that. It can be, but when you have a partner, it should be easier. There's just so many things to be said about that one paragraph that right here. Like, what are y'all's thoughts on it? That one paragraph right there. Y'all let us know in the comments. She continued, quote, "But Ken and I both come from divorced parents, and one thing we absolutely agreed on from day one, even back when we were dating in 2017, when she was still in prison, is that when we have a child, we will stick together for the long haul. This is a forever thing because we don't want our child to grow up in a broken home," end quote. Maybe that's why she was seeing a fertility doctor for her alleged irregular periods instead of a regular gynecologist, because you don't see a fertility doctor unless you are trying to get pregnant, okay? Like, we never seen a fertility doctor until we were trying to get pregnant.
Yeah.
or had been trying for a little while to get pregnant. So I think she done that to trap him because she knew he would stay.
Oh yeah.
He would stick around. But I don't see him staying for the full 18 years plus. And a child is not just for 18 years. It is for the rest of your life. Not just for 18 years. But regardless, I don't see him sticking around that long. What are y'all's opinions on it? And then it says the same thing again. Blanchard and Urker welcomed their daughter Aurora into the world on December 28, 2024. I still don't know about that. I still think that's alleged, but that's alleged in my opinion. But from how she found out she was expecting to how she wants to learn from her mother's mistakes, here's everything Gypsy Rose Blanchard has said about becoming a mother. She previously said she wasn't ready to be a mother. While she was with Anderson, Ryan, Blanchard admitted she wasn't sure she was ready to have a baby. Yet she was trying to get pregnant with Ryan. And we all know that now. Most all of us know that now. So if you weren't ready, why were you trying to get pregnant? Why were you trying to get pregnant with Nick? Or Dan even? And then Ryan, then Ken. I mean, really? Anyway. She admitted she wasn't sure she was ready to have a baby. During a July episode of Lifetime's Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup, Blanchard told her sister Mia that she thought she might be pregnant with Anderson's child, but that she wasn't prepared for that step. Mia encouraged Blanchard to take an emergency contraceptive, leading Blanchard to buy Plan B. "I don't regret taking my sister's advice at all," Blanchard told People. "I'm happy I took it with everything that was going on with Ryan and me and the instability of our marriage. It wasn't the right time for me then." Maybe because you were being unfaithful? And maybe because you were being, controlling over Ryan? Have y'all ever thought about that? She was actually the one that was being abusive to Dee Dee. Then being that way toward Ryan, not, I wouldn't say physically, but like mentally being abusive towards Ryan and using him. Anyway, Then it says, Christie agreed, telling People that Blanchard, quote, definitely wasn't ready with Ryan, end quote. She wouldn't have taken Plan B if she was, she said. We all know Gypsy is going to do what she wants at the end of the day. I mean, who doesn't? Well, you're right about that. We all do what we want to do at the end of the day, but we all don't go attacking people and trying to report them and have them shut down and taken down, or their profiles taken down and everything else, simply because they don't like us or they say something that disagrees with us or whatever, like you and Gypsy do, Krusty Christie. But also, I believe that if there really is a baby, that she did not give birth in December. And of course, we could be wrong, but I don't believe she gave birth in December. I believe it was in November, and I believe she got pregnant around the beginning of March into February, beginning of March, and was literally seeing Ken while she was still living with Ryan, before she ever moved out of Ryan's apartment. But Christy saying that she agreed, saying that Gypsy wasn't ready for a baby yet, then how was she ready 1 month after leaving Ryan, when she found out she was pregnant with Ken, allegedly? Or by Ken, allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment and educational purposes only. Anchor voice there. Okay. But anyway, really, how would she not be ready to have a baby? And then all of a sudden, 1 month later, when she found out she was pregnant by Ken, who we all know Krusty Christie liked, and she didn't like Ryan, but she loved Ken, even kept his pictures under her bed, under her and Rod's bed. Kept Ken's pictures. Okay, but yet she was ready a month later when she found out she was pregnant. I guess you are ready when you find out you're pregnant. I mean, you have no other choice but to be ready.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you're going to go and, have an A and, take care of it that way. Y'all know what I'm saying. Have a, quote, A done and take care of it like that, then because you're not ready, or use the Plan B pill or something. But why was she all of a sudden ready a month later when she found out she was pregnant by Ken? Y'all let us know y'all's thoughts on that. I'm really curious about that. The pregnancy came as a surprise. Y'all see that there, right? But then on Sir Morbid, again, Ken said they planned to have a child. In April 2024, Blanchard split from Anderson and soon began seeing her ex-fiance Urker. In my opinion, she was already seeing Ken Urker, I think.
Yeah, me too.
On May 24th, she took a pregnancy test after previously believing she struggled to ovulate and conceive easily. After taking the test, Blanchard said she handed it over to Christy, asking her, quote, "Can you make sure this test says what I think it says?" End quote. And that's funny because before, her and Christy said that Gypsy just came in and handed the test to Christy and was like, "Does that say what I think it says?" And Christy allegedly said, "You're pregnant." So there's so many inconsistencies in their stories all the time. It's bad enough Gypsy can't keep up with what she says 1 second from the next, but Christy can't either. It's ridiculous. Neither can Ken. I mean, his mom even came on Sir Morbid the next day on Sir Morbid's Live and debunked a lot of what Ken said. Then it says she took another one, and when the second pink line showed up again, she realized she was pregnant. So she didn't realize she was pregnant until she took the second test. Like, dang. Anyway, she and Christy called Urker soon after to share the happy news, and he was just as surprised as she was. But yet, Gypsy claimed in a live that Ken's the one that said that when she told him, "Well, you don't have to worry about my PMS this month because I must not be getting my period." Well, that right there told on yourself, because that told that you get a period every month and have a regular period every month. And then this month, all of a sudden, you missed it. And Gypsy said that Ken texted back with big eye emoji saying, or. So that's what made her take a test. And it says, quote, his face was priceless, end quote, Christy told People. He just had a big smile on his face. It's such a blessing, and it's still unreal. They will be great parents and cherish every minute of it. Now, y'all, this interview was taken in January after she had had the baby. This article was done in January after she had had it. I think it was January 2nd this article came out. But his face was not priceless with a big old smile on it, because Gypsy also said in a live that she called Ken to tell Ken that she was pregnant, and he said okay, and that he needed some time, and hung up the phone, and then called her back an hour later and was then, happy about her being pregnant. Like, he needed to take time to take it in. And I don't believe that he was truly happy. He just knew he had to be.
He had to deal with it.
Yeah. What are y'all's thoughts on that as well? But in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I don't think that they're being great parents at the moment right now either. I really don't. I mean, every little thing is done for them. Seriously. I mean, they might hold the baby or something, but every other little thing is done for them. But the article goes on to say, though Blanchard didn't have much of a relationship with her father or stepmother growing up, she now has a close bond with them both and wants to take notes from Christy on how to parent her own child. That's her and Christy right there. But wants to take notes from Christy on how to parent her own child. And then Gypsy says, quote, I want to be kind, that my kids come to me for any kind of advice, just like my stepmother, end quote, she said. I have seen how she has parented her children, and I think she's a kick-A mom. She's supportive and not overbearing. Okay. She continued, she lets her kids find their dreams while also being able to pick up the pieces when those dreams fall apart sometimes. So that's kind of the... What? Sorry, y'all. So that's kind of the mantra I want to live by. Blanchard wants to do things differently than her mother. Well, let's look at this right here. We're almost to the end of the article. Blanchard famously went to prison for her role in the murder of her mom, who is believed to have Munchausen syndrome by proxy. And People magazine have changed their wording from saying like her mom had Munchausen by proxy to now saying who is believed to have Munchausen by proxy. But People magazine, you still ain't got it right. She did not have Munchausen by proxy, and she was not believed to have Munchausen by proxy. She did everything she could to take care of her sick child. Period. Yes, they ran cons and all that. They sure did. But she didn't have Munchausen by proxy. She didn't make Gypsy sick and then make her better again for the attention, just to make her sick again for the attention, and then make her better again for the attention, and on and on and on. She didn't do that. But it says, who is believed to have Munchausen syndrome by proxy and subjected her daughter to painful medical abuse, relegating her to life in a wheelchair and unnecessary procedures. That is not true. She didn't make Gypsy stay in a wheelchair 24/7. Gypsy walked around the house inside and out without the wheelchair, walking around. Okay. And she also didn't subject her to medical abuse or procedures that were unnecessary. Gypsy had 4 necessary procedures. 4. Y'all, 4. It's in her medical records, and we do have them, and we are going over them. After experiencing such abuse, Blanchard has been vocal about wanting to do things differently from Dee Dee. All the things that I wanted in a mother, I want to give to this baby. To this baby. Not to my baby or to my daughter or anything like that.
I know, right?
Like the way a mother would talk. But to this baby. She told people in her first interview since the baby announcement. My mother told me I was never going to get married, raise a family, have kids, or do any of that. So to be here standing on my own 2 feet, what? And expecting my first baby, that's something I've reached as an achievement and a personal goal. Girlfriend, girly pop, you are not standing on your own 2 feet. You are living in Daddy Rod and Krusty Christie's house and not doing anything, having everything done for you. When you move out, okay, and you have to make your own house payment, make your own car payment, pay your own insurance, buy everything, and I mean everything that you need, that your baby needs, buy your own groceries, pay all your own bills and everything, then you can say you're standing on your own 2 feet. But while all that's being done for you, you can't say that you're standing on your own 2 feet, period. That's just my opinion, y'all. Sorry. But that irritates me. I mean, what is y'all's opinion? Like, do y'all think that she's standing on her own 2 feet? She continued, I thank God every day that I am now having this second chance at life with a kid of my own. With a kid of my own. Not with my own child or my own baby, but with a kid of my own. The way my mother parented me is definitely not the way I'm going to be. We always say for the next generation we want to be better than we were raised. And so for me, I think that couldn't be any more truthful. Well, so far, you're leaving your baby all the time because you need a mental health break and all of that. And to be more refreshed, we showed y'all those comments in a previous video that she made on her Instagram page when she was catching attitude with everybody. But are you thanking God every day while you're also doing your black magic, your witch magic and stuff, you know? Trying to do spells on people? Just wondering. Asking for a friend. Shortly before she was set to be released from prison, Blanchard told people then that she didn't foresee herself having any concerns relating to her mother with her future children one day. Whenever someone says, do you think that because of what you went through, you're going to do that to your kids? I say, you know what? Absolutely not, Blanchard said. I have learned what not to do. I have no concerns about my parenting when it comes to that. Well, that's not what she says, actually. She catches attitude with people and goes off on them. And she doesn't just say absolutely not. She goes off on them like crazy. But you're doing the same dang things already. When you were allegedly pregnant, you know, when you were pregnant, Gypsy, you were already grifting and running cons. I mean, maybe not necessarily cons and fully in the full sense of the word, but grifting for sure. Absolutely, you're a grifter. And you always have been, and you looks like you always will be, because you were trying to get free stuff for yourself and your baby. After announcing her pregnancy news, Blanchard was quickly met with backlash. She addressed the criticism in her YouTube video, sharing more details. I know that there are going to be people who feel like I'm not ready to be a mother, and I don't know if anyone's really ready to be a mother, she said. She added to people that while she understands where the public is coming from, she paid them no mind. Well, that's not true. You actually started trying to copyright people and report people and everything for having their own opinions about you. You didn't just pay them no mind, and you still don't. You still try to come after people for having their own opinions of you. Then she says, I think every parent questions whether they're ready, Blanchard said. I'm currently in therapy for my sanity and my mental well-being, and I checked all the boxes to make sure I'm stable. All I can say is that I have a strong support system, and Ken and I are in a very good place. Well, that's funny because you and Ken were broke up not that long ago, okay? And also, you say that you're going off to these concerts and going out on dates for several hours and going to concerts all night and all that for your mental well-being, to become refreshed, so that you can then come home and take care of your baby and be refreshed. You remember that? It was just the other day, Gypsy. You don't remember? Sure you do. Though she admitted it may be the wrong timing as she's in the middle of divorce proceedings, Blanchard said she was looking forward to motherhood. Now, again, don't forget this article, y'all. She done this article with people on January 2nd of this year, okay? So her divorce proceedings, all that stuff was already over. She had already had the baby, everything. But though she admitted it may be the wrong timing as she's in the middle of divorce proceedings, Blanchard said she was looking forward to motherhood. All those moments that you look at your life and you're like, oh my gosh, it's like a flash, she said. I can't wait to have those first steps, the first cry, the first scraped knee, all those firsts. That's the little milestones that I look forward to having. I can't wait to be a mom. The first scraped knee. Why? So you can run it to the hospital or something to get attention? I mean, asking for a friend again. Blanchard gave birth to her and Urker's first child, daughter Aurora Reyna Urker, on December 28, 2024. Coincidentally, this was also the first anniversary of Blanchard's prison release. Earlier that same month, Blanchard told people how she and Urker settled on their daughter's name. Both of us have a fascination with the northern lights, and the proper term is the Aurora Borealis, she said. I think it was maybe in 2018 we wrote each other's future kid's name on pieces of paper, and Aurora is what we both picked without even knowing each other was picking it. And that's the end of the article, which we've already talked about how she came about this name and how she lived in Aurora, Missouri with her mom, and, all this other stuff, with the northern lights and all that and everything. We talked about that in a previous video that y'all can go back and watch. But what are y'all's thoughts and opinions on this article? We're very curious. Like, do y'all agree with anything that we've said or our opinions? Like, let us know in the comment section down below. Like always, we'll be conversating with y'all as well. Again, thank you so much to all of our subscribers and to all of our new subscribers. Thank you and welcome. We hope y'all all continue to enjoy and love all of our content. We appreciate all of you. And if you're not already, please make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos. All of the things, and we would greatly appreciate it so much. And we hope y'all have a good night, and God bless.
Have a good night. God bless.
Bye.
Bye.